channel of YouTube, Ghostly Findings. Now, believe it or not, first off, I like to start that I was in the store the other day, Market Basket, and I was literally, pardon me a moment. So anyways, camp story, fire stories with Arch. So I'm in the store, Corsita, well-known store I usually shop at. And I'm walking past the, I don't know, I think I was walking past the damn medicine aisle, bleach aisle, something, I don't know. When you know my name was called, Archie, I was like, what the fuck? I immediately turned around to see who it was. Nobody's there. I'm thinking, what? And, I don't know, man. I just sat there and, I had my youngest son with me. And I kept looking around and around. The only thing I turned to, the voice came from the aisle, but I turned towards the cash register. Some freaking guy I don't even know standing there, just giving me this goofy smile. I'm like, what the And the other day I'm driving, I don't know. And like I said, ghostly findings. So, I looked around that whole store and didn't see nobody I knew. Nobody. And I even looked down the aisle to see if someone, ran and played a joke, but I haven't had that done to me so long, it's like, no way. Something was, I don't know, must have been following me. But, I did not find no Native American history, which I think there is strong Native American history at this place. Right here is the road. And it's in Paxton. It's Asnibum Smith. Yeah, Smith. And I couldn't get the rest of that because of damn sun glare. Asnibum. What was it? Switch. Damn, I don't know. Anyways, as you can see, I'm off the end of the road. I drove up the road. And, it's not too far from another road coming on Route 122, which I was just reading something today about all the routes coming out to be right. Like I always say, if you look on a mapping, which I gotta find that book, and I got the mapping of Indian Native American trails in 122, Route 56, out Paxton, that way, near Worcester area, all Native American land. And I think this hill here that I went up was Native American, and there was a trail that had a sign, but I didn't get to stop and see it. When I looked on the map, it wasn't even on the map. There was a trail that you could literally walk on. Looked like a state trail, right? But come to find out, there's a radio antenna that's up there. WROR, I believe, now owns it. I gotta go over that. That was funny. I stumbled upon that, but I took that turn because I was supposed to take another turn to hit Route 56 to 31, but it was like something pulled me. And I whipped to the right, and my wife said, "Where the hell are you going?" When I went up there, just the way it looked, everything just reminded me of Native Americans. And just because, Paxton wasn't known for Native American dwellings, it ain't in the history books, doesn't mean it wasn't. Because there's a George Hill in Lancaster near the Bloodtown Forest, similar to this hill. And, the natives lived on that hill. So something drew me in that area too. I don't know, it's been, you see this, it's like I've been gone so long not doing my research for the Native Americans, it's like it's pulling me back in. I can feel it, all right? And that's what leads me to this. And this is Billerica. And I was like, damn. Old Indian Springs. You can actually walk up there with clean water jugs. Get yourself 40 cents a gallon of water. $2 for 5 gallons. Self-service. Honor system. And this place, man, in Billerica, I just looked up a small search of history. You know, huge thing with the Native Americans because it was close to Lowell, and Lowell held the Pennacook tribes and all that. And yeah, it was a big, huge, it said something about being a big, huge Native American dwelling. But I kept searching and searching. And this search brought me, well, here's another sign. You can, Covered Bridge Home Interiors. If anybody wants to check this out, painted furniture, candles, home decor, antiques, and more. But, not only all that was coming up, I went and, searched some more. And what do I find? Now, my, Joan, her name was Joan Roche. I believe I'm saying that right. Check it out. Old Bedford Road. And as you can see down here, the bloody angle. I need to get to this spot. But all my search, you know, nothing serious happened in the spot of the spring water thing. You know, I looked up on that hill, but, you know, I've been searching the past couple of days and it led me back to this. When you know, right in this area right here, maybe even further over, there was a Native American dwelling and a burial ground. And what did I pick up on that? Bear with me. Is this it? No, what? What the hell is this doing? Lincoln. Native American history of Lincoln dates back to the Middle Archaic period, 1860, and BP. What is that? Before Piss? With confirmed sites from this period through contact period, the banks of the Sudbury River and the areas along Brooks made good campsites with hunting and fishing nearby. In the contact period of Massachusetts, natives were active in the area, especially along rivers, established an early trail system that became the basis of later roads. And then this comes up. Like I was just saying, the roads, the routes. 95 was once a route. Route 2, straight to the Mohawk Trail. All routes. 202 out in Athol, out that way. Belchertown. And Old Bedford Road at Battle Road Farm reported a Native American burial ground in poor condition. In poor condition, looks like it's been torn down or built over. Woohoo! So, what's that meaning? Could be a lot of mad Native American spirits out there, but I want to get out there and pay my respects. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know that bloody angle right there, that street you see down there is Old Bedford Road that leads right into Virginia Road. And I believe in that area is where that Joan Roche was murdered. No one knows who did it, but all I know is in the story tells about they wanted to make this a state park, and they wanted to take all the people out on that road, which there's only 3 existing houses at the end of it, and you're not allowed on it. That leads to this path, but it even says on Google Maps, Old Bedford Road. But, oh man, I just get a, chilly just thinking about it. Native American land disturbed. This woman's house was disturbed. All just to build this national park. Which has history of the Civil War, but you know what? What's so civil about war anyways, huh? And now that the statues and stuff of our country are getting torn down, that's right, because of Confederate slavery and everything. Yeah, what about the Native Americans? What about George Washington taking out the Native Americans in Corning and Painted Post? Ordered them out off their land. And I'm actually honored to see Mr. Abraham Lincoln's statue, because he maybe freed the slaves, but I don't know why they're taking down his statue unless he did something else, or they're catching up with he written off 300 Native Americans to be hung just because they were doing what they did best and wanted their land back. And to me, and it's not even that, even way before, African Americans became slaves, Native Americans were slaves. King Philip himself, the great chief Metacom, his squaw and child went to England for slavery off of Deer Island. So they were already pushing slaves. And just because the Native Americans got aggressive, just like blacks today, that's right. Blacks' Native lives matter. Hey, it's just only the purpose of it all, huh? You get the picture? That's right. Before they were, African Americans, they were Native Americans that did this. And for this, and as you can see, for the Native Americans to disgraced and get their burial grounds removed, built over, hey, I'm going to be looking for that. I want to honor it, get there myself. But, yeah, what is this world really doing? What does this world really think? It's disturbing, it is. But it's like something's pulling me to tell these tales and these stories. And, I'm this pandemic, and I've been working on the house and trying to level out a friggin' ceiling in there because, there's just too much to go about on that, but it's a nightmare. Pulling my hair out of my head, and things are getting tense around the house, The kid's been home all this time and nothing to do. I even I made time to pitch up a tent. One of them screen houses I'm looking at right now. I want to get my kids out here. Maybe I'll hook up a friggin' TV or something. Movie night. Gotta try and do something, man. Because, summer's coming. The heat's coming. And sure, it's driving everybody mental. But also, I'm trying to get into this back. And something's like pulling me. 2 times I went barreling to this, to that. And now I'm here again. But only because, there's something Native American there, and it needs to be told. And, it's nothing different of what's going on today. Just a different era, huh? Insane, isn't it? That's what the natives did. And that Abraham Lincoln statue, you know what? I hope they go for Mount Rushmore next. Put up Native American heads instead of that. Because that's what really needs to be up here in this land. Because not only African American, Native Americans too have been disgraced. And I mean, this was their land before everybody stepped foot off in the European countries here. You know, it's only fair. I mean, don't get me wrong. I put up my fist and give a salute to everybody protesting. You know, things need to stop. Bad cops. Hell, the white man back in the day wasn't even polite. And the Native Americans are the ones that showed the white man how to farm and stuff and live in New England weather. So, I know I'm here to tell that tale. And I can feel it in my blood. And what my Native American blood is there to be told. And like I said, my grandfather, great-grandfather, mother all come from Corning, New York. And I can just imagine what Native American blood I am from that era. Mr. George Washington. What about that? Taking out the Corning, New York area and pushing them out. This is our land now. You listen or we kill you. Well, never mind. Put them on the boat. Deer Island. Slavery. Sick. Just sick. I'm going to do my best in the next couple of days to try to get to this area. I got to scope it out, but I do got a mad feeling, and I do want to finish my search on that Joan Roche case, if I'm saying that right. But my videos are up on that very bizarre case, if anybody wants to check it out. And I think her house was around that area of the Bloody Angle. Huh. Insane. And look what the government did. And I think that woman did not want to leave that house. And that's why she was murdered. She didn't want to leave that house. She just started a family, had a kid. Or 2 kids or something like that. And I don't think she wanted to leave. But what the government does best of the white man, push you to what they want to be done. That's what this is all about. Sick. Till that next video, be safe, take care, beware, and salute to everybody that's suffering through that crisis of protesting. Native Americans went through the same thing. I feel you, my people. Out.